computer. Admit. Let's see if I change the view to gallery. Okay.
My friend Georgiana is here. Great. She joined us as she said she would.
All right. Let's wait a bit more because you mentioned Thomas will come too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Georgiana, you can hear us?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
welcome to our experience of evolution together, Joe.
I love that name, experience.
Yes. Joe is an architect. I dare to take a few seconds while the others are joining. She's an amazing architect and interior designer right here in the heart of Transylvania.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, she's very much in love with Milan and collaborations over there. In fact, people think she is from Milan for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I see the photo. I see it small, but it could be.
Thanks,
Yeah.
I'm blushing.
Okay. Do you have an Instagram where I can see your works?
Yes, it's with the same name.
Okay, let me check.
Thomas, welcome. Great to have you here with us.
Welcome, welcome. I got you. All right. All right. What do? We wait a little bit more, or we just start with the introduction?
Well, maybe we can wait until 8:35 and
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because
since
we had more, people who applied, but yeah, you never know sometimes.
since we have Georgiana and Thomas in here, I'm glad to have them here because I know they're on their own journey of self-development. Thomas is a brainy and EFT passionate guy, as I
Yeah,
said before.
mentioned. Yeah, I already said to Dan, I said, "Ooh, I hope I'm gonna do it well." I mean, I know EFT since last summer, and hearing that you do it 20 years, like, oh, maybe you should do it.
And he's also a great bachata dancer.
Ah,
But I won't say more because we shouldn't spoil much about Thomas. We don't want to put spotlight on him, but just to spare a few words
yeah.
since we're in the waiting of the other guests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. But because you also dance, right, Dana?
Yes, yes. Salsa and bachata. And well, I'm a kizomba beginner, but
Okay. Yeah.
I love these three styles. Do you
Yeah,
dance, Pia?
yeah. Also those three.
Get out! We're just finding out right now.
Yeah. Salsa,
This-
bachata, and kizomba. It's not that I mean, I know all three of them quite well. I initially started with kizomba already 8 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're more advanced on that,
I
right?
mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't dance professionally, but I just love to.
Oh, same here. Same
Mm,
here.
yeah.
Um, yes, so maybe we can let this vibe of dance and let this vibe of dancing around our so-called challenges when it comes to the question, am I on my soul-aligned career?
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, so we
I
get on
mean,
this vibe and
yeah.
focus.
If it's not the word career for you, you can reframe it to path or job or life path or whatever. So it's not, of course, only for career, but also anything else in life.
True, and as a disclaimer, of course, neither Fia or I have the whole truth or the greatest truth for you. We don't hold that. We are here to serve and to guide you and to share with you two, three ways of maybe finding, if you haven't already found your career aligned, soul aligned career or path or job, and also share from our own experience how we came to this idea of doing this webinar and what brought us here, ourselves going through this very question. Okay, if I'm not supposed to be doing this exactly, what exactly am I supposed to be following? Or how, if you feel you're already on the path, how can I enjoy it more, perhaps?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So for this session, we think it's going to be around 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's try for that. It's an interactive experience. You should have a pen and a paper ready. And also, we're going to look at your gene keys. So ideally, I mean, you know your birth of the date of birth, of course, but the hour and the minutes, if you don't know it, maybe you can ask a familiar to send you the information over because we would have to put in that information to get your gene keys. So that's for like upfront as information that you would have to have that ready.
And gene keys, if you're not familiar with that, I'm learning from Fia as well, but it's not to jinx it or anything like that. Okay, it's gene and keys, and it's a
Yeah.
kind of a soul blueprint that
Yeah. Do you know them, Thomas?
No, and I think I will have a hard time getting it because, my parents are, maybe my mom will know, like the hour or something, but they're in another country and probably not available when I write them something today. They will maybe
Okay.
answer tomorrow.
Right. So for now, then you can put it with
I have an idea
an
that it
idea
was
that
around midnight, but like
that's
1 o'clock.
perfect.
But it's that's the thing that comes to my mind, yeah. And I think that might have been mentioned somehow in the past 20 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's fine. I mean, you can discover right now, like with the idea you have, like the what you just mentioned, and then later, if you get the exact number, you do it again with that. But I don't think it's gonna difference a lot, like what the gene keys will say about your unique blueprint.
Good.
All right, cool.
Okay, and then we'll follow on and do some very practical, apply some practical tools that Fia is going to guide you through, which is the RRT and EFT. And then my part will be to accompany you in asking yourself, what is my soul aligned career in a specific way, in terms of it will be a guided meditation and will be telling you a little bit about the influence or the power of questions. By that, we refer to the method called access consciousness, but we'll give you more details on that. While Fia is preparing our slides, since it's just the two of you, and we both like to be on to set an intention at the very beginning, would you tell us your intention? What is your drive, your focus for this webinar? Since it's just the two of you.
Should I start?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me about 10 seconds. I need to get my thoughts from the abstract level to some words. Sometimes there's a problem with that. So I believe that in the last years, mostly the last 2 years, I made some progress towards this direction in general, especially in career. So I used to think, since always, that job and career is something like a life's byproduct. I had, for example, when it's about relationships, I always had a feeling of an intuition that it's something, that it's always a relationship of any kind, like close relationships, are always something special. But career was always, or that's the part where you go that you don't like, that pays the bills.
Sometimes we don't like a word because it carries some kind of an energy, and it feels that it weighs you down. Oh, we have Georgiana on the webcam as well. Thank you for
Really.
turning it on. That's
Yay.
great.
Yeah.
So what
So
would be your intention for this evening, Thomas?
yeah, to find, yeah, to I understand that to basically see, seeing these tools and seeing the things that you have prepared, to see if I can do even better
Mhm.
in those terms. So I did some progress, like I made like 2, 5, whatever, how many steps in this direction. And now I see if there is, if there's a way of making more progress, or if something would help me even further.
Let's find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, the tools we are gonna explain now, it's of course on the theme of finding your soul career, but what I mentioned, you can reframe it to anything you want and then apply it for those things. You know EFT already, but with RRT, it's the same, of course. I'm gonna read out loud a script on this subject, but you can do it on other subjects as well to reframe your mind. For the gene keys, it's very interesting. I got to know my gene key since also last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And everything what's written in there, and we are going to use AI, ChatGPT, to like, how you say that, transcribe the chart, because if you look at it, if you will look at it later, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? But then
Mm-hmm.
through ChatGPT, we can ask Chat some prompts. Someone is entering. Okay, perfect. So we can ask Chat many prompts, as much as prompts as we like, of course, to find the answers
Mm-hmm.
we are looking for. And for now, we are going to have one prompt, but you can go endlessly on that. And that's super important. Of, I mean, super, uh, yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Nice to have you here.
Oh, this is the Sarah that I know. Thank you so much for being here, darling. So just to brief you, Sarah, first of all, welcome. We have Sarah from Cluj, we have Georgiana from Bucharest, Thomas from Cluj, Fia from Malaga, and myself from Cluj. So yay, Transylvania and Spain is here together tonight to co-create. Let's see what good things come out of this. So Sarah, we just had a short introduction about a couple of 2-3 tools we are going to put at your disposal to test in order to see, to feel for yourself how else can you find out if you're on your path, or how else you can find your soul career, aligned soul career. So let's get it started.
Yeah. We want to ask Georgiana as well and Sarah then about the intention for the, right?
Absolutely. Yes, if
Yeah.
you wish
Okay.
to share,
Yes.
I'd love to hear.
The intention is to feel more relaxed a bit. I think I'm too overwhelmed actually in my job because I'm trying to do all the stuff at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So probably to find a way to stay in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Join
Okay.
the club. Join the club, yes. Sarah, would you like to express your intention? You don't have
I
to.
don't have any intention. I am on
Okay.
maternity leave and I want to be surprised.
Perfect.
May you be surprised pleasantly by the end of this webinar and throughout this webinar.
Yeah. What we mentioned before, Sarah, is if you have pen and paper to be able to journal stuff on the side. And we are gonna find also gene keys. Well, you are gonna find your gene keys, so you don't have to share them, of course. And for that, we would have to, or you would have to know your birth date, which of course you know, but the time as well. So if you don't know that, maybe it's time then to ask your parents or anything, because we would have to put in the time and the minutes to discover your gene keys. Okay, but we'll go into that later. Okay, let's start. A good life on paper can still feel wrong in your body. So, what does that mean? Probably you've heard a lot of people who've been to school, studied for many, many years for being a doctor or surgeon or whatever, or any kind of profession. In my case, it was a real estate career of 6 years. I worked my ass hard for that. I got really good money. So on paper, it was all good, but it felt so wrong in my body. It was never my
Mhm.
passion. And that's what we mean with a good life on paper can still feel wrong in your body. Did you have the same, Dana, like an experience like that?
This is the thing because the body has this innate intelligence that very few people tell us about it. It would be awesome if we learned in the kindergarten, hey, you have a body intelligence. You have to consult this body intelligence, as in think about what you want to do and see the body's reaction. It would have saved us so much money, time, and energy. But it's okay. We had our path. So yes, very briefly, my story. I was working in Milan as an English teacher at the company, at an IT company, doing English courses. And after about 5 years, I started to feel in my body something was wrong, like more specifically constipation and this kind of fear. Yeah, I started to experience some kind of fears in my body, and I just disregarded. It took me about 2 years of increased symptoms like this,
Mhm.
and during that I started to feel like a prisoner in my own body. It didn't make sense because just like you said, I had 14 salaries. I had a great boss. My colleagues were fantastic. The people I was working with were great, and nevertheless, I started to feel in my body increasingly more, let's say, more challenging symptoms. And then I had to start asking myself, what is this body trying to tell me?
Mhm.
And so it got to a stage of depression because I wasn't listening because I said to myself, I can't leave this. I knew I was supposed to leave the job. There
Mhm.
was some intelligence within it was saying, You've got to pursue a different path." And I said,
Intuition probably as well, right?
exactly. The
Yeah.
pay slip looked so great. I thought, what are you talking about? So when we go against the logic of the feeling, it's not very wise because in the long run, it may affect our health, hence our capacity for looking for something that is more aligned with ourselves.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's why we need to listen to the body, not only when we have arousal sensations, but
Mhm.
also when we have, let's say, health related signals.
Oh, 100%. I mean, okay, now today I do have a little bit of headaches, but I used to get migraines a lot, and they significantly reduced since I stopped with real estate last summer. So it's like
That's a
my
curious
body
thing.
was just so, and I knew for a good 1 year and a half that I had to stop real estate, but the doubts came up. I didn't want to leave the security. I didn't want to give up the six figure yearly, like all those things. But it just got to my head, and
Yeah, I
I
mean, of
just got
course.
so many migraines. I was taking so many like heavy medicine, which then is a
Oh,
rebound
wow.
effect again in the body. So the things you're doing, and if you feel in your body that it's not working, that you get ill or chronic pains, then
True.
it's time to change. Yeah.
Especially if you don't have tools to apply to actually free yourselves
Mhm. Yeah.
from those issues.
Yeah. Also for everyone, of course, you can, or if you want to say something, you can unmute, or you can also say something in the chat. I've got the chat open here as well. If you have questions, or if you just want to share something, you are free to do so.
By all means, thank you for remembering that. So it would be weird, like if we were to listen to our logical part, like you tell your friend, "Oh, I gave up my six-figure job in a real estate."
Uh-huh.
Like, are you in the head?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yes, because my body was giving me feelings
Yeah.
or sensations. Are you in the head? It really goes against the logic. But then when you do listen to the body's signals,
Hmm.
then you find ways to find both to deal with the issues that the body presents, and also you get this clarity and inspiration to find what is more aligned with your soul to
Hmm.
pursue.
Hmm.
So let's see in a practical sense how we do that.
Yeah. So how aligned does your job or career feel? From a scale from 0 to 10. Just note the number and no judgment at all. today it's like really to start listening to yourself and to feel what feels good for you and what might not feel aligned anymore, or any other things you would like to see differently, but without judgment. And maybe to help a little bit to feel if you are aligned. I mean, if you were very aligned, probably you were not here, because this is about finding your aligned career. But how can you know something would feel aligned? Is that it gives you energy, it feels natural to you, the time disappears, everything feels right. You would even do it 7 times a week, or even working in the late evening hours.
Maybe
That's
not all the time, but the feeling, the
yeah. I
sensation,
mean,
perception.
I would not recommend to work 7 hours of 7 days for 24 hours. Of course not. But for me, for instance, the time disappears so fast when I'm doing something. And most likely all the things I'm doing now, I really absolutely love. So, but
When you're in the
that's the
flow.
feeling that we would like to get. When I remember when I was still working in real estate, time went so slow. It
Yeah.
felt so heavy. I didn't want to do it. I didn't even want to pick up the phone anymore to talk with clients. I thought everyone was annoying. I was like, a phone call was like, I don't want to do it.
Perhaps I was about to say our friend, uh, but on a soul level, this is what it is. Perhaps Thomas, Sarah, and Georgiana, maybe they had these kind of sensations or perceptions while doing a particular type of job that wasn't necessarily aligned with them. I make assumptions. Am I right in making them?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So what did you notice? Did you write your score? I mean, do you feel your score represents the level of satisfaction you are at right now in your job, in your career?
Yeah, so you're basically asking if we rated ourselves
Yeah,
according to our satisfaction.
exactly. Yeah, if you want to share, feel free to do so. If not, we obviously respect your
Yeah, I
score.
wrote down a 4.
A 4. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It used to be a 1, so
Oh,
like
that's
last year.
worse already.
Yeah.
Or 2 maybe. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I said, it's better now.
Yeah.
How does it get better than this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone more wants to share, or we continue?
I put 4 for my company's year
Okay.
and 7 to the last activities.
Okay. So that increased. That's good. Yeah. And then the overall feeling, let's say, like combined together.
Yeah, I didn't think combine them because it's two very different
Okay.
activities.
Okay, then just leave them as it is. All right, Georgiana.
For me, it's the easier to do some social media marketing, to do reels, networking events, being around people all the time.
That's what you're feeling most aligned with, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Great.
Thank
Can
you
I
for sharing.
make a comment?
Yes, of course.
I just it's just very interesting to me to see Georgiana saying like, "Oh, I like to do reels and be around people," and I'm thinking, "Oh God, that's the part that I hate the most, like stupid reels and be around people." And I see, okay, there are people out there who actually would they like to do this. Yeah,
It's fascinating.
I cannot imagine like.
Because I linked it to my job. It's very close to what I'm doing, like interior design. So it's just an extension.
Yeah. I mean,
That doesn't make it better. Like you basically chose a job where you had to do more of this stuff. Like from my brain, that's like an argument. horrible thing as a job, double horrible thing.
Double
No,
horror. I've never heard this construction before, Thomas.
yeah, I just made.
You are coining it right now. But you see, what's like to live in your head, in your mind, Thomas? What's it like to live in Georgiana's mind and head and
Completely
perception?
different, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
So,
always compare like what just happened. I have with one of my best friends here as well. She is a wedding planner, and I deal badly with organizing stuff. So what she does for work, wedding planner, would be my worst nightmare.
there you go, Thomas's situation.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
no,
Perception.
no way I'm gonna do that ever. I mean, I already get stressed by booking a flight ticket to go back to Holland for a few days. I'm like, oh no,
Mm.
I have to take care of the dog, the cat, this and that, the flight ticket, where do I sleep? That's already too much for me. So organizing a
Mhm.
wedding, never. But what I do is also like content creation and everything. She's like, oh my
Passionately.
God, I can never do that. So
Passionately.
it's so
There you
funny
go.
that everyone has their own interest, their own identity, their own energies around specific things they would like to do in life.
And that's the point. The idea is obviously to feel aligned, to feel as much as you can aligned, but not in terms of having to feel so, but in terms of feeling it and being driven by it. Feeling the alignment and feeling driven by it, and then from that point you can then create easily, and days go by without feeling that you're making a great effort. But let's get more specifically into things, because we have a lot of things to share with you.
Yeah. So the last slide, of course, was that if you are aligned, you would feel all these things like energized, natural, the time disappears, it feels all right. Even people can notice like, oh my God, what's going on? You are shining. When I look in your eyes, it's like all like a nice aura, and you would get those kind of comments. But if you do not feel like that, it doesn't matter for now, because it's not that you are late, you're not behind, you're not broken or anything. It's just that you are misaligned with what you're doing at the moment. What you have in control is the action steps you would take today or tomorrow or the day after. I mean, the past is already done, so we cannot change the past. We can accept it without any judgment, but we can change. We have everything in our own hands to actually take the lead, to find
Precisely.
your soul aligned path.
Precisely. And if I may add in here just very briefly, a particular job feels aligned at the point in which your level of development and evolution is aligned with that very type of career or job. Since we are evolving every day, and after a period of time, when you have evolved enough, after a few years in a particular position, then you realize that that job you're in or that career you're in is only aligned with the old version of you. And Fia and I are here to remind you of this fact that you already know. It's just a reminder of the fact that it's not so much not being aligned per se. It is the fact that you have evolved, hence the new version of you in mind, body, and soul demands, so to speak, demands a new version, a different path, a different calling of your career.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, what she says, like everything can change. The fact that I was for 6 years working in real estate was that for some part, most likely the first 3, 4 years of my career, I was feeling more aligned, but that was a different version of me. But deep down, I knew there was something more for me already.
This is a
But
feeling, yeah.
I got the rush of it went well. I got like referrals, and I got, and you get sometimes also this excitement of something new, and you try, and sometimes you just learn a lot of things, and you also learn what you don't want. So that's what I found out like already 2 years ago. It's like, this is not what I want. And it took some time. The time that it takes, it's fine. Also, don't judge that. I can say like, oh my God, why did I took so long to stop real estate? I should have stopped it 2 years ago. But it was not the time. It was just not the
There
time.
comes the time, and maybe this evening is the time for you to look at where you stand, where you are, and what you can test, what you can apply, so that you can either enhance your path, your career, your job, enhance it and feel more satisfaction, more soul aligned, or perhaps make the change when the time is right for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so why do we stay unhappy in our comfortable situation? People tend to stay in something because, well, in this case, it's not going to be our case because we are, I think, kind of the same age range all. But still, people, even from our age range, they say, no, 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 I cannot change because XYZ, because I studied for 6 years and now I'm already too old to start something all over again. I don't want to start all over again because
Yes.
people feel like it's bad to start all over again when you are 35, 40, 45 or whatever. The most
It's a fear.
most successful people right now, they have started and ended so many businesses, companies, and then they got successful at 50, for instance. I mean,
This
it's
is it. Yeah. People who started university at 50, I met as well.
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw some ripped people at the age of 70. They started to go to the gym in their 60s, and the age of 70, you look at them, you kidding me?
yeah,
So
yeah,
change is possible at any time because we can change our mind at any time. It doesn't mean randomly and every month or so, but when you feel it within yourself, that is time. You feel that drive, that pull,
yeah, yeah.
together with disappointment.
Yeah, another reason we tend to stay is because the safety we have from a 9 to 5 job, for instance, every month you get the same money on your bank account. What if that safety like suddenly fades away? But it's not you're losing that actually. It's what you're losing is your happiness, and that's more important than the safety. At the end,
Yeah, and the health. I mean, I'm listening to
health,
you. I'm sorry to butt
100%.
in. The health, because I remember when I had to leave and resign from my secure job in Milan, there was this fear that where am I going from here? I mean, I had already saved some money by that time, but I was thinking I was not only I was resigning, but I also decided to move from Italy. So it was this double fear, where am I going to go from that? But I went through that. I threw myself, so to speak, into the unknown. I mean, not stupidly. I mean, like I said, I had some savings, but yet it was something that I didn't know where I'm going towards. But then the intention of being of use to people and serving people through my unique skills and abilities, just like every single one of you has, that intention got me through and over the fear, knowing that whatever I choose to do, I'll be of service to people. And eventually, through a situation, I asked myself, how do I know I'm deciding it right? I'm deciding it right. And I received the answer in terms of choosing my new path from a well-known presenter in Romania in here that I admire. So, I mean, when you have the intention to follow what you feel inside, there is no way you'll not find the path and the exact steps to follow. This is theory, but we will get also into practice so that you feel this for yourself.
Yeah. And something which we don't cover in here yet, but what I live by lately, it's like different things of manifestation altogether. So it's not, of course, like the law of attraction is, of course, everyone knows it, the law of attraction. But then you have the law of assumption, is assuming that the steps you are taking is the right step. And then on top of that, gratitude in advance. So you are assuming the best outcome possible and be deeply grateful for the results you will have and live like it's already done. So these three things together got me actually to step away from real estate and say like, okay, I don't know how much I'm gonna earn with my creative business, but I trust it's gonna be good. I have my goals. If I don't reach the monthly goal, it's fine. It's I do something new, but at least I do something I love, and the money will come after. So you have to see like from where you are taking the action steps. Is because first of all the health, of course, but also yeah, how do you want to feel? What do you want to do? Who do you want to serve? How does your purpose feel?
Exactly. And to build on what you have just set up, I developed a practice of simply saying, okay, I don't know where to step from here, but I started to say this kind of affirmations to myself repeatedly. And I said, okay, I choose to offer my gifts or my unique abilities. If you want to test it for yourselves, I choose to offer my unique talents, my unique gifts to serve for others and to feel financially free and to feel financially stable and to feel financially abundant. And just like Fia says, through repetition, I started to actually feel that there is a possibility of it happening. I even allowed myself to believe in terms of what if this is possible, to stay in the openness of it happening. And eventually it did. And right now, actually, last month in December, I signed a contract with a company. It's an association for helping people to recover their eyesight naturally. So we have common values, and my income is superior to the previous collaboration. So it's possible.
Of course. I mean, that's another interesting quote I would like to share, and then we continue. Whether you think you can't or can do something, you are either right. So if you want to make a change and you think like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do it, you're going to be right. But if you make the change and you're going to be dead certain that you can do it, you're going to be right too.
So which path do you choose? Which path do we choose?
Do we have any questions so far, or any things you would like to share?
It's fine from my side. All clear so far.
All right. So I'm gonna let Dana speak right now because she has the first tool for us. And then we're gonna go to do another tool about the gene keys. So I'm gonna be listening now to Dana too.
Yeah, I'm just going to share. First of all, I want to express my gratitude again for the fact that we are in this exact format. I mean, with yourself, Via, with Thomas, Georgiana, and Sarah. We expected many more people, but I'm grateful that this is the exact team because I feel it's not random. I think and I feel it's for a purpose.
Yeah.
And we will find out by the end and maybe in the next few days. Because your energy contains and constructs a type of, let's say, team energy that supports the other to evolve. And we will see in a practical sense what that means. But by feeling, you'll feel it yourself. So one way to ask your soul aligned path career, I mean, here we wanted to word it in this way. What's one way to find which is your soul career? Yes, this is the essence. And personally, the way I applied it is what I've already mentioned. I started to ask myself questions. How can I serve others and be financially stable and financially free and prosperous? How can I serve others? How can I use my unique gifts and talents and be financially free and prosperous? When you hear this question, what does it trigger in you? How do you perceive it?
Yeah, it's like searching inside yourself for the gifts you have, which comes naturally to you, but will have an impact on others. For what you will help them, for what it's like an energy exchange, and for helping other people, something is coming like against it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, of course, an exchange, it could be money, it could be something else, could be another
Energy
collaboration,
exchange.
energy, like
Yeah.
At the end, we do need money as energy, because otherwise we cannot pay the mortgage, food,
The
and
bills,
everything.
electricity,
It's not a taboo to say that you want an X amount of money a month. I
by
mean,
all means.
I say it out loud so many times to friends, and they were like, oh, that's a lot. I'm like, yeah, but in the end, money does make happiness. It's just
Absolutely.
energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I experience and I'm experiencing in my life that I have been waiting for this collaboration I'm having right now for 2 years to come into my life. I knew about this very association, about this creator that leads and teaches people and coaches people on how to get rid of glasses and how to reduce their issues and how to regain their eyesight clarity as they get older. So I've known him for 2 years. I've been wanting to collaborate with him, but I realized that only when I set my intention, I created this awareness in myself, and I started to ask myself the very question: how can I serve others? How can I support others through my unique talents and gifts and be financially prosperous and free? That's when things started to align. I don't mean this is the perfect job per se, but it's much more aligned with my own values, and financially, it's much more prosperous. So if you want to test it, we will be very curious about your evolution a few months down the line, how this question might help you and empower you.
Should I write it in the chat? So, how
Yeah,
do you
sure.
say it?
What did I
Yeah.
say? Oh my God, I
Like,
can't-
how can I serve others, and how can
Yes, by offering my unique
I
abilities.
serve others by offering my um
Abilities
ability,
or abilities or gifts, and be financially free. Be financially free and prosperous.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it in the chat for the ones who
that's
want to. Sometimes
Yeah, I wrote it down on paper.
yeah, sometimes it sinks a little bit deeper if you see it written out as well.
such truth that holds. Definitely. Because every single person present here and that we know has unique talents and abilities that only you can do and apply and offer in your very specific way. There is no two Thomas in the same way. There are no two Saras or Georgianas or Fias or Danas that can do what you can do through your unique talent and gift or gifts. Besides you. So that's why we actually came here to make fruitful this gift and put it to people, to serve other people. And undoubtedly, when you set this intention, you will find the answers. And in a practical sense, situations will come towards you, or you'll be in places where you are going to meet connections that will take you to the very project, to the very creation of a project or co-creation that will get you out of the bed in the morning and will make you sit and work on the very project. And it will make you feel, just like Fia said, that there is no time, that you are in the flow.
Yeah, so the key to change something is, first of all, we have to be aware of the situation, which we just did in the beginning. We rated how aligned you feel with what you're doing right now. Then you ask it questions, and I'm not sure if you wanted to mention more about this. Otherwise, we dive into the gene
We
keys,
can move
because
forward.
that's I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
Yes.
All right. So we are going to this website, home.genekeys.com, and that's this website. You just can make like a quick account. It's like completely free. Of course, I'm not gonna ask you to do anything crazy. So you open a new account, you put in your details, your date of birth, where you've been born, and then of course the time, or in your case, Thomas, what you think the birth time was. And then we have the chart here. So I want you first to do that so we can do the next steps together. But this is
So
the
should we do
chart.
that in the browser
Yes, in
right now?
the browser. So you're gonna switch away from the Zoom call for just a bit.
Can you please copy the link and put on the
Of
Zoom?
course, yes,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Yeah. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see it in here. Okay.
Just let me know whenever, more or less. It's not probably not taking too much time to go in.
Create an account. Okay. Oh, it asks for email, password, first name and last name as well. Okay.
Yeah, so name, last name, email, because of course then you can log in to your profile anytime. Date of birth and birth location, I think. So just already a little bit of explanation on what we are gonna see. Everyone has their own unique blueprint, of course. And in this chart, probably it looks Chinese right now, but we're gonna have this chart into ChatGPT and explain to us what we are looking at. But basically, you will see, for instance, with the numbers 4.2, life's work, we've got forgiveness. That's called the CD. It's like a gift. Understanding is also a gift, and the intolerance is a shadow. So there's a few of these which are the most important ones. Is the pearl, the life's work, and the evolution. Even the purpose you can have in there as the most important. And you can think of past situations that have happened where you were not happy with, and then probably you will get the answers for the next time when something happens like that you don't feel that negative anymore. For instance, I used to deal a lot with this here. For example, let's take the culture, dishonesty. I cannot deal with it, but to fix that, I have to think of intimacy. Intimacy. So it's like your shadows, of course, are keeping you stuck in your path. So if you want to grow, you cannot live in your shadows. You would have to live in your gifts or in your cities. So has anyone got their chart already?
I'm still working. Just managed to make the account.
Okay.
Still
And
takes.
we make an assumption that we are all aware of the concept of our own light and our own shadow. We have
So
not
yes,
mentioned that.
so even like this is something you can come back to every time. I'm still learning my own gene keys since last summer. So when there's a situation and I'm not that happy about how it went, I can go into ChatGPT and ask like, based on my gene keys, this and this happened. What was my shadow and how can I fix it? Because
So
this
basically, it's being tutored somehow by ChatGPT.
I know, yes, but of course we use AI, but this is your unique blueprint.
Can you maybe elaborate a little bit, make like a specific example, because
Yes.
the concepts
So-
of shadow, they're so abstract to me.
Okay,
It could
sure.
be a lot of things, and just like like a real life,
Yes.
tangible.
So for instance, I had put my so what we're gonna do is we are gonna make a screenshot of the chart and then put it into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And we are gonna first use the word transcribe, and then it will say all these things, but still it's gonna look Chinese, right? So for instance, the prompt we are gonna use for today, but we can use any kind of prompt based on my gene keys. What what is my soul aligned career or job?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, the life's work 4.2, the forgiveness understanding. You are here to dissolve rigid thinking, not by debating, by softening people back into understanding. So, because the shadow work is what was it? Understanding, forgiveness, intolerance. So if I don't I say that tolerate a situation that's blocking me to do actually what I have to do. So shadow work is something we don't want. We all have our shadows, like it's dark, it's negative. But we can change that into something positive, which in here is you're like, for me it's my shadow. If I feel the shadow, I have to soften people back into understanding. Is it more clear like this, or should I do another one?
Another one.
Okay, let's see. Just for instance, I'm gonna
After which I could give another example after
Uh-huh.
you do, Fia,
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
if we can
Let's
support
just get this one.
with
So
better understanding.
what would be my shadow in this, and how can I solve it? Sometimes it's good if you don't understand, just ask more questions so it's more clear by chat.
Mm-hmm.
So the shadow is intolerance, but not the obvious kind. Your shadow is subtle, rigidity disguised as clarity. Here's how it actually shows up for you. So how the shadow manifests. You may get mentally locked into the right perspective, feel frustrated when others don't see what you see yet, over-explain, over-justify, or over-teach. Think this is so obvious, why don't they get it? Unconsciously judge slower integration, withdraw emotionally instead of staying present. So that's how my shadow manifests in the things what I do. So if I focus on all these things, I'm not gonna activate my gift and my CD.
The issue with that is that, sorry to butt in, because I realize simply if we learn a concept for the first time, it's good to have it in simple terms, if
Of
I
course,
may.
I understand, but this is it's for me, this was the first time as well. Like, what the fuck am I looking at? I mean, like I didn't
Yeah.
really understand, but you will get to understand better the more you look at it, and also the more questions you ask and the more situations you think of in the past that happened, for instance. Let's
And
see.
while you're scrolling, so I learned about this in my studies, and I realized from my trainer that it's good to explain it simply at the first time and then develop it for our own blueprint. So the concept of shadow is all the reactions that we had to suppress in ourselves because others put us to shame or censored us or demanded us to suppress. In real life, in my own case, for example, something I have in my shadow is the passion for dancing, in the sense that I was brought up in a very religious family, and my mom brought me up with the idea that dancing is a sin. So whenever I wanted to dance, she would be like, "No, stop, this is a sin." So she repressed that passion and desire of mine until with every repetition of suppression, what happened, it became like a volcano. So later when I grew, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take dance classes, so it was that kind of outburst, that kind of force within that exploded and made me do things productively, not necessarily unproductively, but it was something that I couldn't hold back anymore. And other examples of manifestation can be anger. People who react very angrily, they don't want to react that way. They just suppressed a lot of anger. And the shadow is simply means a collection of suppressed emotions in the unconscious mind.
Yeah, or actions
Or-
too. Yeah,
Yes.
because for instance, this week I was chatting with my coach I have, and she also looked at my gene keys because sometimes I don't see anymore what's going on, and she pointed me out on things, which is true because now I recognize them. So a shadow of mine is I want to do too many things at once.
Here I am.
I want to do too many things at once, but I'm not operating the best on when I do too many things at once.
Implicitly, because the energy splits.
But some people will, eh? Like it's not that do many things at once, it's a bad thing. I mean, some people
No.
thrive. Some
But-
people thrive on doing things.
By all means.
As well as we spoke of that you would hate to do reels and social media and everything, Thomas, because probably in your gene keys, it's mentioned that you are not meant to do that. You know, like that there is something inside in your gene keys that's like, no, I don't.
Depends on what applies to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that we are in a very different time dimension in terms of it flows so fast. 1 hour is already gone.
Yeah.
So let's see how we can make fruit of this to continue.
Yeah. I would recommend to play a little bit with this. For this how you say that, experience. I like that word, experience. To use this prompt. So based on my gene keys, what's my soul aligned career or job? And then it will give. Yeah. So I will put this in the chat as well. But you can ask anything you want. And you can also ask like, okay, first of all, always start with based on my gene keys. Based on my gene keys, am I someone who makes money fast, or am I more a slow-paced money? Or what is it what I have to do to be more aligned with what I do? Of course, give a little bit of more information on also what you love, but here, like what I was reading here, because this has been my blueprint already since I was born 33 years ago. And this is exactly what I'm doing right now. Can I change my feeling on it in the future? Yes, of course. But I'm here to, like to guide people. Here, this got me. This screams coach, mentor, guide, consultant, creative director, brand identity guide. This is all what I do right now.
There you go. So you can find your own very traits of your soul blueprint career or job aligned. And we would be very interested in knowing if you find out about yourselves, if you wanted to share with us on Instagram. You can message us directly, and in fact, feel free to we are in touch, I mean, with you, but and at the same time, if you wanted to be guided further in one-to-one sessions, feel free to contact Fia or I.
All right, so any questions you have on this, feel free to ask me, because I'm the one who knows the most about it. But it's super powerful. Okay, let's continue. We're gonna do a small EFT and RRT session plus a guided meditation. So yes, we're gonna hit, I think just before 9 here, 10 there, we're gonna finish. EFT, you are already familiar with, Thomas, but for the other two, it's like emotional tapping freedom technique. So we're gonna tap on the body, which is like acupuncture connections. And we're gonna reframe negative beliefs with a positive reframe. So while tapping, we are tapping directly into the unconscious. I say it's like these two sessions of the EFT and RRT, it's like peeling an orange. The more you do the sessions, the more you peel the orange to get to the center of where you want to be. So you can feel a lot of traction around a subject, for instance, rejection or fear or not being good enough. But the more you do this work, the more we orange the peel the orange. Wow, that was
peel the orange. What? How very fancy. We can totally
peel the
imagine
orange.
what you're saying.
The clearer your energy becomes around this. So EFT is tapping. We start with the karate chop, and then we go from upper eye, side, under eye, lip, chin, bone, underarm, and upper head. We have 10 rounds. And then we are going to the RRT, and RRT is the rapid resolution technique. So the conscious mind can do one thing at the same time. The unconscious mind can do many things at the same time. What we're doing with the RRT is you're going to count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. If you are at 10, just go back to 1 to 10, 2 to 10, 3 to 10. Okay, so what I'm gonna read out loud, you are gonna hear on the background, but you don't directly pay attention to it because you are paying attention on the counting. Also, don't try to understand everything what I'm saying because the unconscious mind gets it. Okay, you just focus on counting out loud in your head or even out loud, saying out loud. These
So could
two.
you explain the purpose? So what are you going to say while we are counting in our heads, and what's the purpose of that?
So we're like surpassing the conscious mind
Clear.
to go directly. And that's the thing, like to change something in our belief system, we have to be first aware of our negative thinking
True.
to be
Yes.
able to transform them into positive thinking. Now, it can be that with some phrases, or you don't feel as much connected. So what's not a problem, don't make it a problem. That's very important, okay? But since this is about finding your soul-aligned career, I made the script on this exact theme.
That's what I wanted to get. So you're going to read some phrases that are going to guide us into finding our soul's aligned career. Yeah, just for clarification.
Yeah, for instance, I have here the EFT is about clearing fear and opening to a soul-aligned career. And we are going to start, for instance, with even though a part of me feels scarce to leave what's familiar and secure, even though changing my career feels risky, I choose to meet myself with compassion and openness. So this is like the start of the script.
Can you do copy paste for our rational mind to see it in the chat if you have the chance? If not, we can hear it.
Yeah, I would say with this because we are gonna tap,
Okay.
and I think it's to tap and read. It's better to focus on tapping. I will send you also over the scripts later on so you can.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because this is recorded, of course, they can rewatch the recording, do it
This part.
themselves, or
Yeah.
just do it themselves without rewatching, but just reading out and tapping. And same with the RRT. The RRT, you can re-listen to this same recording, or you can record your own voice by with your phone, the same script as I'm gonna read out loud right now, and then you re-listen to it yourself with earplugs, and then you start counting. So then it's your own voice hearing like in your ear, surpassing your conscious mind to go directly to the unconscious mind, because in the unconscious mind, my God, there's where the change happens.
If this is the first time you hear about these two concepts, well, not for Thomas, but if this is the first time you hear about RRT and EFT, and it feels like a lot of information, that's okay. We can totally understand that. It's pretty new for me as well. But maybe if we get into practice, then we'll see how this is done, and then get it into our subconscious, and then we will feel how this will help us into finding a more aligned career.
Yeah. All right. Any more questions, or should I start with the script?
You start. We
Okay,
just
we start.
follow
So,
along. Okay.
Girls, are you okay as well to start with the starting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's
so
have fun.
we have fun. Yeah. So we're gonna start with the karate chop, and you're just gonna watch me. Not actively listening to what I'm saying. You are gonna just more likely do the gestures I'm doing. If you can how you say that? re-say, how you say it? Yeah, re-say, like
Repeat, yeah,
repeat.
repeat.
My God, it's already like late.
No worries.
Repeat what I'm saying or out loud in your mind. At least that you are focusing, but it's with the RRT, it's that you actually more focus on the counting. So the EFT, you can listen more to what I'm saying while you are doing the gestures. Okay, let's go.
Can I,
Yeah.
before you start,
Yeah.
just a comment. I'm doing EFT for more
Of
than
course.
25
Yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
For the last 20 years, I'm doing EFT like without the physical tapping.
Oh, really? Okay.
So don't be confused if I'm not following physically
That's
or anybody else who doesn't know. Like I get 98% the same results.
fine. That's
Okay, for
completely
good
fine.
concentration power, I can do everything in my mind, and it works perfectly well.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
it for you. Yeah, of course. I mean, of course, everyone has their own way of doing things. I do for myself. I do think it's nice to do it. Or sometimes even they say if you are in public and you don't want to tap the hell out of your body, you can also do like other kind of things just to occupy something or make little gestures, or in your case, just more like a meditative state, I think.
no, I can maybe explain. It's really like us. So back in the days, 20 years ago, Gary Craig released altogether 47 DVDs of trainings. That
Haha.
was a big professional course. I read and watched all of them. And in the more advanced stage, he taught how to do the tapping just in your mind.
Uh-huh.
It's you really do, basically it's called imagining the tapping.
Okay.
And
But
with
the
some
same
training,
points, right?
it's the same points, and you really have to imagine like an
Mhm.
invisible hand doing that, and you start with a real tapping, but then you do the tapping just close to the
Yeah.
point.
Ah,
We're not really touching it,
yeah.
and then you go with a little bit further,
It
and
releases energy, perhaps it
I love
yeah,
exits.
and with training, and sometimes it goes faster than you think. You see that the same effect is happening as long as you can stay perfectly focused. It's a little bit more
Okay.
difficult to get the focus because you need to basically visualize the gesture, visualize everything, and
Mhm.
your
This
nervous
is
system responds to your thoughts. It's really very, very interesting to do. So that brought me on a complete different understanding of the Hindu guys just sitting there for I don't know how many days, and I thought my entire
that's
life they're
next
just
level.
sitting,
That's next
okay,
level.
and they're
Next
not
level.
sitting. And a lot of things is happening in their mind; they're just not moving. That's a different thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a new level of awareness and evolution.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
Us, the
really have to focus
beginners,
on
will
the
do it by
phrase. You have to
tapping.
focus on the phrase. This is
Mhm.
very important.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then on or I can do it, but I would not recommend it to a beginner to do that
Mhm.
because you will lose yourself in the focus. And from EFT, if you focus on the wrong thing, you can tap until Monday and nothing will happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
But I love that. I love that actually, and I'm gonna start practicing with that as well. Just having like not touching it
yeah,
really, but
yeah.
like
Give
if I'm doing the practice
give
on
it a
myself.
try. Give
Yeah.
it a try. You will notice because you in EFT you I hope that you have the same like experience by now that you when it works, and it works quite often, you feel this release, like this
Yeah.
energy coming out of your body. Okay, you will feel the same thing just by imagining it. It really
Yeah.
works like biting into an imaginary lemon. It also does something with our system, or you feel like the saliva is coming out even though there's no lemon. Okay,
Mhm.
and for some reason I'm always making an argument like nobody really knows why it works, but it works. Okay, and you will notice that it works.
Yeah.
You will
some
know it.
things
You
are
will
not
feel a
logical,
shift.
but
Yeah, you will feel a
feelable.
shift afterwards. Also, if during the session you will have to yawn or you have to cry or you
Yeah,
have to cough or anything, that's your nervous system reacting to actually releasing stuff inside you.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Sarah, we saw your question. We will
Oh,
get back to it. Sarah is asking whether the exact time is exact time of birth, exact minute of birth is important in the Gene Key.
Why it's important to have the exact birth hour?
If it is important to have the exact minute
I mean,
of
as close
time,
as close as possible.
as close as possible.
Yeah, and otherwise just
Okay.
thinking around which time, then it's fine as well. Okay, we lost someone.
Georgiana.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe
All
she's
right.
back. We don't know. Let's
Yeah,
get it started.
she got lost a little bit ago as well, but she returned. Okay. All right, let's start chopping.
Okay.
Even though part of me feels scared to leave what's familiar and secure, even though changing my career feels risky, I choose to meet myself with compassion and openness. Even though I've been taught that 9 to 5 jobs is safe option and that earning money for myself is hard, I recognize that these are learned beliefs, not absolute truths. Even though I worry about what other people might think if I follow my own path, I now allow myself to explore what truly feels aligned for me. Going to the eyebrow. I've been taught that security comes from a steady job, that a paycheck equals safety, and that leaving feels scary. My body reacts to that. My body reacts to that fear. Even thinking about change feels intense. This fear lives in my system. Afraid to lose stability. I acknowledge this fear without judging it. I've believed that making money as a freelancer is hard, that it's unstable or uncertain, that I might struggle or fail. These stories have shaped my choices, and they've kept me small. My nervous system learned this early. Even if it's not true, I see this belief clearly now. I worry about what people might say, my friends, family, or colleagues, asking me why I would leave this good job, telling me it's risky or unrealistic. That pressure feels so heavy. It makes me doubt myself, as if I need permission. I recognize this external influence. Sometimes I don't even know what I want yet, and that makes me hesitate. I think I should already have clarity. I judge myself for not knowing. That creates more doubt, more hesitation, more stuck energy. And I acknowledge this honesty. I've identified myself through my job for so long, through through pleasing a boss or system, following someone else's structure, even when it doesn't fulfill me. Letting go feels unfamiliar. My system resists change, even if my soul wants more, and I see this pattern now. It is safe for me to explore a new path, even if it feels unfamiliar. Safety can come from within me, not from a job. My body can learn this step by step, at my own pace. I allow safety to expand. I am capable of creating income in my own way, using my skills and creativity, and money doesn't have to come from struggle or from forcing myself into boxes. I trust my ability to learn, to adapt, and to grow. I trust myself more now. I no longer need approval to choose my life. Other people's fear are not my truth. Their doubts don't define my path. I return my power to myself. I listen inward instead of outward, and that feels grounding. I choose inner authority. I don't need all the answers right now. My soul already knows the direction. I can ask and listen without pressure, without rushing. Clarity unfolds naturally. When I feel safe, I trust the process. I feel more openness in my body, more permission to explore, more trust in myself. I have to force clarity. I allow alignment. I allow curiosity, I allow expansion, and I'm open to my soul-aligned path. Take a deep breath in and out. Clean, clear, gone. Another deep breath in. Last one. Feel if there is anything that has changed or swifted. And let's come back whenever you are. Okay. So we're gonna have the RRT, which is 15 rounds and 10 heart anchors. So when I say you can start counting from 3, 2, 1, start counting. I have had the feeling that leaving my job is unsafe. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize that safety can come from within me. I have the feeling that a 9 to 5 job is the only secure option. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize this is a learned belief. I have had the feeling that earning money on my own is difficult. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize this belief is not the truth. I have the feeling that I might fail if I choose myself. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize that growth comes through experience. I've had the feeling that I need certainty before I take a step. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize clarity comes through movement. I have had the feeling that other people's opinion matter more than my own. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize this is not my authority. I have had the feeling that I need permission to change my life. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize I already have it. I have the feeling that not knowing my exact path means something is wrong. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize exploration is a part of alignment. I have the feeling that I am stuck. In spite of that, I am beginning to realize I am in transition. I have had the feeling that my current job defines me. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize I am more than my role. I have had the feeling that choosing myself is selfish. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize it is honest. I have had the feeling that my soul's desires are unrealistic. In spite of that, I am beginning to realize they are guidance. I have the feeling that I don't trust myself enough. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize trust can be rebuilt. I have the feeling that I need to have it all figured out. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize I can take one aligned step at a time. I have had the feeling that I'm not ready. In spite of that, I'm beginning to realize readiness grows as I choose myself. Place your hand on the heart. I am safe to explore a new path, even if I don't have all the answers yet. I give myself permission to grow beyond what is familiar. Safety doesn't only come from a job, it also lives within me. I trust my ability to learn, adapt, and figure things out as I go. My worth is not defined by a title, a contract, or a paycheck. I release the belief that I must follow a traditional path to be secure. I am capable of creating income in ways that feel aligned and meaningful. I no longer need approval to choose a life that fits me. Other people's fears do not get to decide my future. I honor the quiet voice inside me that knows what I need next. I don't need to rush clarity. It unfolds when I feel safe. I allow myself to take one aligned step at a time. It is safe for me to question the life as I was taught to live. Choosing myself is not reckless, it's honest. I am allowed to want more than what I want. I'm allowed to what I want more than what I have been given. I trust that my soul guides me through curiosity, not pressure. I choose to build a career and life that feel aligned, spacious, and true to who I am. Take a deep breath. Clean, clear, gone. You are exactly where you need to be at this moment of your life. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes and share if you feel some changes, some shifts in your body. Are you feeling tired, yawning?
I feel more energetic than before.
Do you feel your heart pumping a little bit more?
Not sure. I think I don't really feel my heart, but I feel like
Energetic yeah.
more like, yeah, more like awakened. I mean, I was in the last weeks, I didn't sleep too much. And yeah, I was a little bit like in let's say comfort mode, not really sleepy, but comfort. And yeah, this the second technique, RRT, I did not. I mean, I heard about concepts that are connected, but not about this specific technique.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. And especially if you record yourself, like a certain script, you can, this is a quite short RRT and EFT because normally I make them much longer also, but now we are already, oh my God, it's already like we still have the guided meditation. So, but yeah, the longer you do, the more peeling orange you do, you will get, and the more energy clearings you will have. So you can get the script and you would say to chat like, I want this script and I'm dealing with this negative thought. Make me a 10 or 20 or 30 round RRT. You record yourself, listen to it, you count. And that's what you also can do, like even walking out on the street, for instance.
That's it's somehow self-hypnotic, to put it that way, self-programming, because in reality we do through our inner dialogue we do so to speak hypnotize ourselves, or otherwise said, we convince ourselves of things that sometimes are limiting to us. So since we can do that, how about we do the reverse instead and record our voice with some empowering phrases and apply maybe RRT method, or simply just listen to these phrases when we wake up in the morning or before we go to bed, so that we can actually put some positive seeds in there that can guide us and help us to achieve, to reach that more soul-aligned job, career, or role path, the way you resonate with. What I experienced when you finished the first exercise, the EFT, I realized that when you said inhale and exhale, my right hand somehow had this movement of going outward and then bring it towards me, as if with the right side, which corresponds to the masculine energy and maybe in direct correlation with the financial prosperity, had this tendency of wanting to bring energy towards my body, like from somewhere external to internally, but just the right hand had this movement.
Okay. That's
pretty curious. And it's quite curious to observe that, since I'm working on financial freedom now.
Yeah.
In this
Definitely.
period. And when you did the RRT at the end, when you said this is clear and gone, it felt like truth.
Okay. That's what we want to have.
Yes, it felt like truth.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. So now if you're back with us, I mean, I know that Sarah went to put the baby to sleep. She has a lovely daughter. She's adorable. I was about to conclude our evening, not that we would want to, because it feels like we just started. But I wanted to integrate all these experiences that Fia and I put into the field through divine guidance, and concluded with a guided meditation with the scope of integrating these energy clearings, these new convictions, these new ideas that we are accommodating into our being, and let go of the ones that we don't need, and getting back onto the intention of clarity and the intention of maybe how can I access my soul-aligned path, soul-aligned career, soul-aligned job. I know that Sarah did a guided meditation, and I had the, let's say, the honor to be allowed to do so for her. But I'm not sure if, Thomas, you had the experience of guided meditation so far.
No, I really have not much of an idea how that works.
Okay. Oh, in a practical sense, is as if you're almost drifting to sleep, but you're not. You're just in a relaxed position with your eyes closed, ideally, and you listen to someone's voice who
Okay.
says, who says some phrases with a particular purpose. And the scope is to go inward, because it is really inward you can find your answers from. When I say inward, I refer to that inner wisdom, that kind of intuition that you can access and you can hear to guide you to make decisions, or guide you to make the next step, in this case, towards maybe finding a more aligned job. Tell me if it makes sense, Thomas.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? Okay. So it's like you're listening to a story and you don't have to do anything but just be relaxed. And
Yes.
the purpose of this guided exercise is simply to connect even more with that inner voice of yours that knows exactly which is your more soul-aligned career or soul-aligned job. Would you like that?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. Sarah, we don't know if you are back, but you will probably watch this recording, so you can do this experience on your own. Okay, this experience won't be longer than 5 to 7 minutes to conclude and close the energetic field and see what awareness we can get with insight. So let's get ourselves in a comfortable position. The back needs to be relaxed, straight but not strained, relaxed. And I invite you to bring your attention towards your breathing and just be an observer of your own breathing. For a few seconds, you simply feel your body inhaling oxygen, releasing carbon dioxide and whatever it no longer needs. Be aware of 2-3 breaths in. Deep breaths in. And exhale what no longer serves you, any limitations that no longer serve you. With each inhale, I inhale clarity for my soul-aligned career path. And I exhale doubt, limitations. Inhale clarity for my soul-aligned career or path. Exhale doubts, limitations, and self-believing thoughts. And just be aware of your heartbeat. I also invite you to place a hand or even both on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. And now bring your attention on your breathing again. Being aware that these two actions happening to you and for you are created by a force greater than the rational mind. The heartbeat and the breathing are divine gifts for each of us, since our nature is divine. We are in flesh and bones, and we also have a soul we also have inner wisdom, body wisdom, and soul's wisdom. Take another deep breath. You inhale certainty and clarity of soul-aligned path. You exhale limitations. And in this silence, you allow thoughts to come in and leave as passing clouds. Bring back your attention to your heartbeat and believe that with the same certainty that your heart beats, with the same certainty, you can access the answer to the question, what is my soul-aligned career? What exactly did I come here on earth to be, to do, and to offer? What are my unique gifts and talents that only I can offer to serve other people for their highest good and mine, and that will bring me financial stability, security, freedom, and abundance? Inhale clarity and certainty of the answer. Exhale doubts. And now again, ask yourself, what is my soul-aligned career, path, or job? Dear soul, what makes you thrill? What kind of activity can I serve others through my unique talents, and in exchange bring me financial stability, prosperity, and abundance? I consciously and willingly open myself to receiving those answers through knowing, through feeling, through acting in alignment with my soul for my highest good and others, so that I can be happy and fulfilled. From this moment onwards, I open myself to knowing, to feeling, and to acting. And so be it. And now, at the end of this experience, I invite you with your eyes closed to thank your mind that chose these experiences together, to thank your body, to thank your inner wisdom, your soul, to thank each other for bringing to this experience everything that we felt like sharing and learning from each other. Allow yourself to feel the state of gratitude for everything you felt tonight and for everything that is present in your life, in the jobs you're doing at the moment. And from this place of gratitude and being faithful to yourself, allow yourself to see, feel, and act on the new path for your soul-aligned career or job. Inhale certainty of answers. Exhale doubts and limitations. And with the next inhale and exhale, you can start bringing your attention back onto your body, into the space where you have chosen to sit. And in your natural rhythm, allow yourself to open your eyes. Good morning. Buenos días.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Sí.
También. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Good.
You have such a nice voice with the meditation. It's like it's beautiful.
Yep.
Thank you so much. It is a gift that I'm called to put and make it of service to others. How are you feeling, Thomas? If you wish to share,
Good.
of course.
I need to make a note.
Okay.
Um,
Speaking of making notes, Via has also prepared some journal prompts.
Yeah, let me go.
Good.
You get them here in the chat so you can reflect on them yourself afterwards.
Good. Done.
Okay, I got the
Thank you for the
questions
question.
from the journal prompts, so you can copy paste it to somewhere else, so to have them.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Via.
Mhm.
And so we would like to conclude with a question, because the question opens the consciousness in search for answers. Am I open? Let's address it to ourselves. Am I open to receive the answers that we claimed through the meditation and all the practices that we have enjoyed tonight? Yes.
Okay, we did it. We
Yes.
went over by 30 minutes.
Oh my God. Yes, sorry about that.
Oh my God, yeah.
But it went with the flow. And thank you, Sarah, for making it possible that you're here with us. We know that you're a mom, and despite of your commitments and your role, you chose to be with us as much as you could, and you can tonight.
Mhm.
And thank you, Thomas, for being here from the very start until the very end.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah. I have to say that I learned two, for me personally, very important things.
If you would
Would
like
you
to
like to
share?
share?
No,
Okay,
not yet.
that's fine.
But believe me, two important questions has been answered. I will need to think about it a little bit and maybe phrase it, and there will be a time in the future where we will have opportunity, and then I will have it much more structured and prepared, and I will share with you what it is. It's not a secret, but I just don't want to put it out in an unfinished way, and then maybe, not to just. But yeah, I took two very helpful and very precious wins out of this whole session.
I'm
And I
glad.
did not expect that to But that is the case. Yeah.
Gratitude, Thomas, for your experience and gratitude for our growth together. Fia, thank you for giving us the opportunity to organizing it all online.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Sarah just came back.
Welcome.
Internet connection
Okay.
problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, girls.
Did you get anything out of it that clicked, or an aha moment of, oh, I learned something?
You just remember by EFT method. I just used some years ago and I completely forgot about it.
Ah, interesting. Yeah.
And I loved Dana meditation as always.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think that
Thank you.
together we have created this kind of field of energy. And again, I'm going to say this again. I think that we were meant to be just these people tonight, to create this field of energy to support and sustain each other's evolution. Because yes, 2 hours have passed by, but our version of 2 hours ago is a little different to this version now.
Mhm.
And this work that Fia guided us through and everything that we experienced continues, of course, in our subconscious, in our body, this liberation of limiting thoughts and beliefs. Obviously, Thomas, you know this. It will be a continuous process during the night and during the next few days, and would be interesting to observe what insights we get in the next few days. And if you want, Sarah as well, and Thomas, feel free to share with us on Instagram. And hopefully we are going to meet again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. I will also put online this recording. I will also, since Dana has more contact with you both, I will get the scripts for you so you can go over them again. I have also another, I just remember another tutorial on the gene keys, probably more explained on YouTube already. So I will send you that link as well.
That would be very nice.
Yeah, I got that. So, and it also has some other prompts, so it's like it's very interesting. I will get all that for you tomorrow morning, because I saw too much screen time today already.
Of
So
course,
I will put it down for tomorrow to get all the things done, and I will let it come all your way. Okay.
Gratitude. I feel spoiled. I feel spoiled by the amount of experiences and information coming my way, our way.
Gene keys. Okay. And also the presentation.
With this in mind, thank you guys for joining, for being here. If you hadn't joined, we wouldn't have been doing this live, this webinar.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good night
Thank
rest.
you.
And thank you. Much
looking
gratitude.
forward to hear from you.
Yes. Have a good night.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.